Hey everybody, it's Lee, and this is Let Us Say It For You. We have a special guest today. I ain't even gonna let her do what she usually do. I ain't even gonna let her do it because we got a special guest today. And if you read the title, you already know what episode this is. Introducing for the first time in it's been about 2 years. Big motherfucking Mike.
Yeah. Let me back, man. Hey, excuse me, hey. We're gonna leave. That's what they do now.
She came back. Woo. Micah than ever.
Micah
right? Two
big,
babies
big,
deep.
Big Mike. Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Big.
Yeah. Not the little one.
Somebody's mama twice.
Okay. You had the last time you were on here, you had Amari.
I had Amari, and he was what?
He was little. He was
4 or 5 months.
Because I feel like that was at your place of Hollywood, right?
Yep. And he was not walking yet. He wasn't crawling yet.
Nada.
We had to get in between where Willie used to like hold him when he come home from
work.
Yeah. About 3-4 months. Last episode we did.
And now Kai is 4
months. Yep.
Damn. Big right. They'll be here in a minute. And then honestly, do you know after this, like coming back now, I didn't do the podcast for over a year.
I know.
Over a year. I was like,
man. For y'all's sake, she kept saying, I need to do an episode. I need to do an episode. I'm gonna do an episode. I need to do an episode.
Yes.
So she never forgot about you.
Never.
Just,
she and I would
application.
Yes. Right? And I went to her, life got a hold of me. Right in its grasp, you know what I'm saying? And that's just why. But I felt like it was something to kind of help dig me up out of the funk. You know what I'm saying? So I did it, and once I did get back in the groove of it, it is something I expect. So it's like I'm just used to it. I'm slowly like carving out the space like upstairs where it's gonna be. I finally cleared it off. So I'm trying to just get back in the groove of it. And then like I've been saying, I'm gonna get Micah on it, but I mean us doing it right now makes us see it is feasible. We just have to plan ahead a little bit.
That's it.
Get our affairs in order. So, bitch,
we live
2 years. I haven't seen you in 2 years. Okay. And like I said, I do talk to her every day. So it's just carving out time to do this together at the same time. How is this for you anyway doing this? Does it feel like the old you? How does that feel?
Let me tell you. I was listening to this podcast that I like fell in love with at first listen. And I was like, damn, I miss doing a podcast, because the feeling I got listening to that podcast is why we started podcasting in general, right? Yep. It's like perspective, like you get to be in someone else's shoes. They get to relate to you. You get to hear a different side of things, right? Like, I don't know. It broadens your fucking horizon. And I miss doing that for people. You know what I mean? Like that, I get an intrinsic reward from doing that. You know what I mean?
I can receive that because listening to podcasts do that. Exactly what you're saying you give is what I receive from podcasts usually when I listen to them. But this is therapeutic for me. Like just talking about how I feel about whatever the perspective, the respective topic is. I think that's something for me that I also enjoy doing. Because and sometimes I kind of just talk it out. Talking certain things out loud works for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's been nice to get back into it. And again, like I said, I think it's something that I'm going to actively try to push us to do if we could just carve out a day to do it or whatever. And the podcast I've been doing by myself, they range from like 30 something minutes to like an hour. I think maybe one of the ones I did last week, the last one I did was probably the longest one I've done in a long time. It was like an hour and 5 minutes. Right. But I mean, to be by myself. So, bitch gotta do what she gotta do. But anyway, so, my first topic I had put was where the fuck have you been? And I've been telling everybody, you've been busy.
God damn, y'all.
You've been busy, bitch.
2023. Shit. The fact that it's almost over, let's just start there. Like, it's October, y'all. Like, whoa. So many big things have happened. Had Kai in May. Had a successful VBAC. Yay, me. So that's vaginal birth after cesarean. For those who don't know, I did have a C-section with Amari. And when I went back in, I was a candidate that was able to actually deliver vaginally this time, and it was successful.
And why do you know why a candidate wouldn't be able to deliver?
High risk people, right?
Okay.
People with high blood pressure, they experience hypertension, the swelling in pregnancy, blood pressure, like everything that happens to women, like out of fucking nowhere when they get pregnant. I had a history of a healthy pregnancy. Low risk. Right. And they also say women who are taller, no shade.
No, it's true.
They carry better.
You do. I've read that a long time ago.
Yeah. And a certain risk, we don't even have to sign waivers for, because they don't even have studies for. I got to this place when I was pregnant with Amari once, and the height stopped at 5'5". And I said, Miss, am I supposed to sign this? She said, no, this isn't for you. I said, well, so I'm not at risk? Like, is this not for me? She was like, no, it's a torso thing. But I was like, oh, heard you. So yeah, like, I would just say, I mean, you never know if you're a candidate or not, because my scar could have healed crazy, and it could have left some tissue inside after they did all the tests, and that would have warranted me not being able to do it again. Yeah. So it's really like, you just got to see when it's your time to check for your VBAC. If your tests come back good, then you may be in the clear.
My the friend I told you who just had her baby, surprised me with the baby. She said she just candidly said to me, she was like, and I am a candidate for a VBAC next time. And I was like, oh, that's so great. I'm so happy you know what that is. But her first, because this delivery was a C-section, it was an emergency C-section. I think I told you his little heart rate wasn't responding well to something, child. So they said, you know what, we're not taking no fucking chances. We get him out. And I was like, is it like your scar? But she said her doctor did say, she was like, I'm going to ask you to please give us like 2 years though, at least.
So they want you to wait 18 months. I had mine at 20. So listen.
No, but does okay, because all they care about is a delivery. It's not the pregnancy.
You need to deliver by you need to still be pregnant, or you need to wait a full 18 months before you get pregnant again, or before you deliver again. So that's where we're at. And I just feel like we went back in on purpose, and in the first try, it was a hit.
It's a deal.
And now, because a lot has happened, y'all, I did lose my grandfather last year, September 5th. But I found out the same day I was pregnant with Kai. So it was kind of like, I felt him. Like, obviously he left us, but then I gained, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was
it's sentimental.
It's just sentimental. So September 5th will live forever in my heart as a day that signified a great loss but a great gain.
Lost an angel, gained an angel. Kind of thing. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then fucking wedding, bitch. We just had a bachelorette trip.
I talked about it on the last one.
Lit.
So let's talk about that. I was just about to say, bitch. Do you remember that?
I don't remember most of what happened. I remember getting up and getting ready every day. Getting up, getting ready every day, doing our reels, jumping into our new outfits every day. I cannot. Like Erica said, a little detail that we went to a corner store to pick up liquor and snacks.
I got Funyuns. I got Flamin' Hot Funyuns and a ginger ale. I got 2 Flamin' Hot ginger Funyuns.
And I was there.
Jones got Funyuns. Yes. Yes. That's funny. I don't remember if you came off the thing, but you were sitting.
Most definitely probably didn't.
No, you just sitting there. That was I mean, it was. What do you feel? What day do you remember the most? Like, I'm trying to see what your least drunk day is, so I can try to picture how you was moving that day.
And you know, it's so funny. I have moments where I remember each day a certain specific thing, right? So if we go for the rodeo, I remember that whole party bus. I remember the whole Magic Mike, right? Like I remember, but it's just like the small details that's just like that
missed
right?
Me.
What the fuck did we do when we got home?
So I'm gonna be honest. For a good amount of nights, I don't remember that either.
I don't remember we got.
Let me tell you, I had a good time.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, and then all of the women that came on the trip, it was 14 of us. So I brought all of my friends from all walks of life that I've ever had together, including some of Willie's people. And I can honestly say, it was like maybe like 0 hiccups. And I only say maybe because obviously time is a thing for some people. And then just getting out the door,
to me, that was
and
the only, to be honest, that was the only
that's
hiccup.
What I'm saying.
It was just bitches be slow, like it just be what I'm always ready early, bitches always late. So that was it.
So many girls in one house getting ready to go somewhere at the same time. That's what happens. Yeah. Right? But that is literally the only.
That's it. And honestly, people wasn't even pressed about that. Like it was just really. Like these bitches late again. I'd be like, well, I'd be ready. I used to start my makeup like 3 hours early, right? So that's why I got so much footage of me being
hella early.
And we just be ready.
And
just
I don't
waiting.
know why I didn't take more selfies. I didn't never had my phone in my hand. Yeah. And that is so like what the fuck to me. Cause it's like I'm looking at my phone, I'm trying to find the footage that I got.
Yeah.
Barely. And even I was living.
For me, the rodeo night, I think that's the night I have the least amount of footage. Like I didn't make nails for that night or anything, but I have a good amount of videos for you. Damn near all of them, your titties out.
Oh wow.
Titties out on the bus. Just whoop.
That's crazy.
Titties out. So I can't, it's like a little bit of areola here, a little bit of areola there. So
they do what they want to do. They do what they want to do now, y'all. Damn. So yeah, that wedding's coming up. It is in a month. Wow, that shit is nuts.
Tell us how you feel about that. You have planned your own wedding. So what is that experience like for you?
What I would say is I didn't feel the heat until now.
I mean, this is it. This is what
I was not boiling or nothing. I was just like, yeah, pay for this, so deposit for that, like But now it's just like, fuck. Now this shit has to come together and it has to make sense. And now that's what's fucking me up. It's gonna make sense, right? So what I've been telling myself recently is, fuck it. It is what it is. I will get done what can get done. What is most pertinent? What is most necessary? Order what I absolutely need, not some randoms. You know what I mean? Like just stay within the parameters of what is going to make the wedding day what it needs to be. And if I miss anything or if anything is left out, then it wasn't supposed to be. That's it.
That's what I thought about when I came over there last night. So I think that's what I'll do with you. Like I'll find some type of wedding checklist thing, and we'll just 2 minds. 2 heads better than one, and let's just start thinking about cross.
I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to you so you can help me go down
the list, and then because we're still in a good window now, so anything you may need to order, maybe a final decision you need to make, like it's gonna be this or this, like we can decide that now and be comfortable. And the trick I would say with planning, which is kind of, I plan all the time, it's get as much shit done as early as you can, so you have less shit to worry about close to that.
That is exactly what I've been trying to do.
So we gonna get you there, babe.
So we gonna be all right. I literally have had the guest list since the day he proposed.
She was not fucking off. I loved it.
There are just some things that I just had together, y'all.
Yeah, my girl.
And I did read in the book recently, if you have not spoken to someone in the past year, they should not go to your wedding.
Oh, let's talk about that. Mercy, because you got a wedding.
Hey, sis, she got her list already.
Oh, see?
The fuck?
Now let's talk about it. That's great. I love these conversations.
Play about them lists.
I love these conversations because okay, so for one, let me say this, right? As somebody who's never planned a wedding, never, whatever, you definitely have to, it's not scrolling up. You definitely, I don't think you should ever ask okay, if Micah didn't invite me to her wedding, I'm definitely like, bitch, why the fuck did you not invite me to your wedding? Right? But this is a very different relationship. I'm in the wedding. It's different.
Right.
But don't ask people why they didn't invite you to the wedding, right? Like,
and is my invite coming?
Don't do that.
Don't
do that, right? Just congratulate them anyway if that's on your heart. I'm not, if you feel away, you feel away. That's fine, right? But just consider.
But you know what? How about let's spin this shit, because now I want to turn weddings into galas. I want everybody to pay for that shit.
How about that?
You go to galas, right?
Yeah.
You go to premieres for shows, whatever. You have to pay for your plate, right? I'm paying for y'all plate. Y'all know that? Everybody on this shit that's coming to my wedding, I'm paying for your plate. I'm willingly paying for your plate, right? So if we spin this shit for those who are not on the list, who've never gotten an invite to a wedding, how about you say, hey, I will pay to come to your wedding. Tell me how much my plate is. I want to support you. I want to be there. how many no's you gonna get? Because it really just comes down to how much we pay for per plate. It's no shade towards any relationship we've ever had, and however long we've known each other. I'm sure we've done, for you to feel like you should get an invite, there's a reason behind that. But maybe we have something there. But you have to analyze the closest people to these people are first, and you have to think about the family,
the plus one,
right? Yeah, and the people who are married, people who are not married, who have been in relationships longer than 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, there's stipulations to the shit. So it's like, if you just say, how much is it per plate? I want to go. I'm saying yes, because your spot is taken care of, depending on who you are. Now, if I have not spoken to you in 2 fucking years, don't say that. Don't do it.
Okay, so I'm thinking of I had told you about this, the old middle school friend.
Oh, yeah.
So now, right. So I wasn't invited to her wedding. And I was like, I was like, damn, I didn't know she was getting married. Whatever. And we do have the relationship where we don't talk every day, bitch. We don't talk every month. But when we do talk, it's like, hey,
it's
bitch,
like
we never left.
Yeah.
Right. She supported me in the coal company. She got mad hats to me. Like, at least I say by 5, right? So she really came through. But I wasn't invited to the wedding. So I never asked her why. But I was like, damn, like, she invited me to the wedding. And we was like, oh, well. And then we kind of just like, well, hey, and we left it at that. Yeah. It wasn't until a little bit later, and I want to say it was Emerald's wedding, because I remember asking. We went to our 27th Savage birthday in Jamaica for that. Yeah, and I remember I was sitting there, Emerald, and I'm like, bitch, so how much this shit cost? Emerald telling me, I mean, thousands of dollars, and I believe Emerald said her per person plate was $150. Now this was 20-something when we turned 27.
But she also had a wedding at the Signature Grand.
But okay, so then my thing
let's factor that.
Okay.
Where you go to have your wedding depends on their per plate and their service. That's right, because
it was very nice.
Right,
it was very nice.
The Signature Grand, we had our homecoming there, right? So
we did in our high school.
Yeah, and it's fucking huge.
It's a big ass.
So when you take in the venue that you're choosing, right, that is going to be a lot of where your money's going, just to be real. Like, the place, if they have marble floor, if they have the countertops are brand new, open bar, right? If they are having the actual bartender stay, because sometimes they say, hey, provide the liquor and we'll provide the person. That way, like, it's you just have to shop around to your budget. That's all I'm gonna say. I would say make a list of shit that you absolutely want at your wedding, and honestly stick to the list, because when you get in with these people, all that money just gonna start. My friend recently got married.
I can see it.
My friend who recently got married, it was like, I'd say 32 stacks, right? She thought that came with decor.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It fucking did not. That was an extra $8,000 that she had to go to someone else to get that handled. So all these packages that have this and that, and they don't have this and that. You have to ask, what does this $32,000 entail? And if that doesn't entail enough for you, then you need to just leave the shit on the table. Like, don't get married for the people. Don't get married for what everybody else is going to say about your shit. Honestly, y'all can think my shit is low budget, and I don't give a fuck what y'all think about my wedding, because the main point of the wedding is not to impress people with the oohs and ahs. That's what I mean. Like, we're gonna turn up and go to have a good time, and we pay for it. So essentially, if you remove yourself about what other people are going to say about your wedding, including if you have fake flowers or real flowers, because we're real flowers type of people, but I'm not paying for real flowers.
I wanted to throw that in there. So our little sister Courtney just got married. We just came from Courtney's wedding. Shout out to Courtney and Chris, the Mitchells. Oh my gosh, I still have this big ass arrangement they had on the table. Anyway, so but I if I'm not mistaken, man, Courtney posted like months ago, even last year maybe, and she was like, y'all, I just got a quote from a florist. It was $16,000. I said,
nobody's doing that.
I'm not.
Not nobody. I'm not gonna say nobody. Do what you want to do. Do what's in your means. I've been reading so many articles about how people literally go into debt further because they're trying to have wedding of everyone else's dreams. What the fuck do you want? Right?
Yeah.
What? And if you want that and you can afford that, okay, cool. But swiping all of y'all credit cards to the max, right? Not saving up for them. The day you know you want to get married, start saving for the wedding. Fuck it.
Like immediately.
You can do cash everything. Like it feels very good to just pay for the shit.
Yeah, and once the money gone, it's gone.
And it doesn't hover over your head.
Because credit hovers over your head.
The
credit card hovers over your head.
Like y'all,
that cash shit clean.
Y'all gotta think about why the fuck you want what you want at your wedding. Because I had to ask myself, am I getting this shit because of other people? I don't want a fucking 360. Am I getting a 360? Yes, because one of my bridesmaids' moms owns an event planning company.
I'm about to say, Hakimi and Katem got one, so I could have.
They're donating that to the wedding. I don't want a fucking 360. They're cool, but that's not something I wanted to expense out of my own pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to think about the shit that you like, that you want at your party, and if you just want music and friends, that's fucking it.
But like, because that's always been my stance on it too. Like I like that you said that, because I want to reiterate that. I feel like you got to really, really ask yourself, what will make you happy on that day? You and your partner. What will make you guys happy on that day? Because I'm personally, I don't think I'm finna do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me,
she going to Jamaica.
I'm going to Jamaica for one. So the $30,000 wedding is automatically $10,000. Like it's cut short.
And the $10,000 gonna stretch hard and
hard AF. And that's like only if the person I'm with is like gun ho that we have to do this, because I'm very much so courthouse girl. I'm courthouse girl. We can go get married at the courthouse. We can maybe have a party like the next day or later that night, because that's really the part I want. I want the reception part, right? So I want to turn up with my friends. I want to do all this. Like I want to do that, but I'm not gonna knock wanting like the bridesmaids and the stuff like that. If we go that route, fine. But I'm going to Jamaica. It's cheaper. You gotta think.
Y'all want,
you gotta think. You gotta think what works for you.
Y'all means, like, honestly, like me and Willie said from
and what y'all care about.
We are not fucking going into debt, and we're not spending over this amount on this wedding. We're just not.
I like that.
We're not, and we haven't. Like,
we haven't
so far. I'm tallying up everything outside of our venue, which was all in fucking inclusive. Open bar included.
And she was looking them shits up like the next fucking day. Listen, I feel like she was like, "What you think about this? It's cute."
It's this crystal ballroom, Lake Minerva or something. Absolutely breathtaking. Starting $14,000, and that does not include linen or table settings. Bitch. If we weren't saving for a home in the same year, who fucking knows? I don't fucking know. Maybe I would be in a different space.
How did you? Okay, I mean, sorry, this kind of with right. Hold on. Did you? How much did that? How much did that affect you? The fact that you're saving for a house and doing the wedding. How much did that affect your money or your wedding planning? Do you feel like you went the more frugal path because of that, and let go of shit you wanted?
No. So that's the thing.
How did that affect you?
I've never been the type to wish and hope how my wedding was gonna be. I don't know. I didn't know what style. I didn't know what color. I didn't know where the fuck. I don't know what the fuck dresses are called. I don't know what the scene is called. I don't know none of that shit. So for me, it wasn't an expectation of how my wedding day was going to be. I just knew I was going to get married. So because I came in with a minimalist, simple-minded type deal, it helped me stay frugal because of the things that I wanted in that year. 2023 is too much. It was too much. I'm getting
it's too much.
I'm saving and y'all, like, Excel became my best friend, because when you make these spreadsheets and you do a financial cash flow and you take this away from this and you make sure, you know what I mean? Like, you just have to, if you can see your fucking money, I swear to God, you can do it. Don't just be like, I'm gonna save 500 and never write it the fuck down or put it somewhere. You have to be able to see how it aligns. Like,
when I'm when I'm most organized with my money is when I budget, right? And I'm salary, right? So my checks are for the most part pretty much the same, right? Every fucking time. There's a small fluctuation because I have commission. I get commission. So there's a small fluctuation from time to time. But when you write it down and really allocate each and every fucking dollar, and I mean everything. I'm not trying to give free promo, but Rocket Money, you can get like a free, I'm actually paying for it, but there's a trial. It'll show you all the reoccurring, yes, and you'll just realize, damn, bitch, I'm still paying for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that was just to co-sign that. And now, like, something that Micah said to me, but just to help you, maybe you guys support that. Micah's like a money saving fanatic at this point. Like her and Willie, once you get in the habit of it, you just get more and more frugal. Like we don't really need that. Cut it. Now we don't need that. Get this cut. And you just start, the shit start.
Like shit starts making sense.
That shit start running up, bitch. Yeah.
And it starts making sense to how you spend your money, because if you have, boom, if you have ADP, or I don't know who your payroll person is, the processor, you can literally have your money go into 2 separate places, 3, 4 separate places, right? You can split your check up so that you never fucking see your set. I never see what is for the wedding. I never see what's for the house. Whatever goes into my personal account is what the fuck I got to deal with.
I think every pay thing does that, because we used to have paychecks at my company. We don't have but paychecks did it. So I had money automatically going somewhere else. Yeah. And now we have, what did you just say?
ADP.
Okay, no, we have H something now. It's another acronym.
Y'all just
do it, or your bank can even, anybody can do it.
Talk to your employer.
They
can do it from there. You can talk to your bank, whatever. You will never see it. It goes into a separate fucking account.
Get it, like if you have Bank of America, get Wells Fargo and just make it automatically go in there.
One, there's 0 fees.
I got
zero fees, y'all. So they're obviously trading with our money, but still, I get like 22 cents in interest. Come on, having it. I got 22 cents because I have the account. Right. So at this point, y'all, like, I know saving for certain things, it's like, what the fuck, we should be investing. We should. But when you are saving for a cause, it makes more sense. You feel better, less worry. You know where the money's going. You can see.
It's out of sight, out of mind.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to, your budget is already budgeted. Because the money that you're never supposed to be touching is not even coming to your fucking account.
I do that with so at my company, we can expense stuff. Like they give us a certain amount of money every month towards our cell phone bill, and they give us money towards our internet bill, and then other little random things, right? So we got to do it every month. We expense it, but the expense money, I have that going in that Black owned bank account, the Black company. So it goes straight over there, and like I don't ever check that shit. So I go over there just when I need money. Like when I'm broke, that's when I gotta go over there. But when I had to fix the AC, when I had to get
One United.
Shout out to One United. Yes, that is a Black owned bank. So
and it's all the way the fuck in Miami, but it's fine. If you're in Fort Lauderdale, it's all the way in Miami. If you're anywhere else, then they have a mobile, so you're good.
Yes, but that's to support the out of sight, out of mind. So when that reimbursement comes in every month, that's like they give me like 100 towards my cell phone, and they give me 40 towards my internet. So that's 140 guaranteed every month, aside from anything else I may be able to expense. So that 140 goes into that account. That shit adds up. After a certain amount of time, it's 1,000 in there.
And then what?
And then you're good. So
the moment you start noticing that what your will and your determination will get you, you won't stop. You won't. Because you'll see the fruit of your labor. Like,
I think that's the same logic with working out.
I was gonna say the same thing with working out. The moment you start seeing, you look to the side.
Like, bitch, I'm a skinny bitch. I'm a skinny bitch.
You're not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop. And if you do, you're insane.
I love it.
So it has been a crazy year saving for 2 different really big expenses, but
very big expenses.
We chose to not bend on the budget, no matter how much we liked the venue. There was one venue that we really, really liked, but because we may have 75 to 100 guests, we were like, fuck, it was hurting. We couldn't do it. So you may have to sacrifice a little when you're
doing the one with the outside part.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty. Beautiful. It was a pretty house.
But you know what? It's always a 10-year, right? And in 10 years, I have way more fucking money than I have now. So
it's for 5, like,
or 7. 7 is my favorite number. So apparently in marriage, 7 is like the year where shit goes like what?
fuck. Oh, you're 7 when she gets
7.
spicy?
That's what they say. The 7th year of marriage, they say, is a hard one. And I don't know why.
Your mama said that too?
No, I read it. Mila told me.
Ask your mama.
Mila told me, okay.
How they felt about their 7. I know but ask her it was can you mom?
Like
she ain't gonna remember.
Fucking
they was married so long.
They was married 26 years before they got a divorce, and then got married again and got a divorce. So I'll be very interested to know if she remembers her 7. But I've been reading articles, and 7 seems to be a tough one.
That is interesting. I never heard that.
Yeah, 7 is my favorite number though.
6
7
is mine.
and 4.
6 is mine. I like 6. I feel like I catch 6 all the time. And so
I always catch 7.
Okay, I just want to talk about real fast. The housing market.
Fuck the housing market.
Okay, so she's saving for a house. She's going through a lot of shit, but I guess I would like you to give your take as our millennial trying to buy a home with your man. Share what you want to share, but I'm just saying, what do you feel about the process? She's fine and shit, but it's just like, bitch, it's just such a process. I would like,
oh my God.
I would like you to share that because everybody going through it, bitch.
I try right to fuck. So y'all, I don't know if y'all know what happened in Israel. Like 14 of our soldiers died. Yeah. Like, right. Do you know what the fuck that did to the mortgage rates? And I know this the correlation. It was 7.2% 2 days ago. It is 7.9%.
Damn.
Now, mind you, government funds start to be allocated in different ways when we feel like war is upon us, right? When things are happening in the economy versus with our oil, with our gas, with the natural things that we use for everyday things, the government be like, oh, let's pull that money out. Right. Let's get that money out, right? Fuck that. Let's shoot that up. You know what I mean? Like they just start doing fucking nuts, crazy stuff for everyday people who live in the US, right? So honestly, y'all, it's like, do you want me to fucking own a home? Right. And then like I did have to, me and Willie had like a conversation about redlining. If y'all know about redlining, what does that mean? Redlining is what they used to do to African American slaves when we first started getting into the market after Jim Crow, after that we were freed, right? Redlining is when they mark off certain areas where Black people can live, right? Okay. And they prevent us from buying homes in other areas, right? So the red line, let's just say Lauderhill, Lauderdale Lakes, and then Coral Springs. They would redline around Coral Springs, and we can only buy outside of Coral Springs. They would make it that much harder for us to actually buy in that neighborhood because they wanted to sustain the cleanliness. They wanted to sustain the integrity of the environment. They didn't want Black people moving in. So they made interest higher, right? They made stipulations like you have to own some. They just made so many rules to make it very hard for us. Now that's where FHA came in, right? So FHA was here to save the fucking day for the minorities.
I did have to get an FHA loan.
It was so much discrimination going on, and apparently the blatant discrimination is not happening, but me and Willie talked about it.
I was going to ask, how much is that acknowledged that it still happens today?
We wouldn't know, right? So if it's hidden discrimination, it's just like what people do when they see Keisha James on a job application.
But you do
they
remember
can literally just not hire her.
Did you ever see I've seen this a couple times where they were like, if a house is being sold by a Black person, it's like appraised for less, getting appraised.
Yeah, okay.
So somebody was like, they got their boss, person to come say, this is my house, appraise it.
Right.
And then they got it appraised, and it like vastly different appraisal.
A couple sued a company for appraising their house.
I want to do that. I want them to do that.
Literally, they had their pictures all over, Black family. They had their pictures all over their house, whatever. They appraised it for like, let's just say $239,000. Their house was worth way more than that because they did so many touch-ups, remodeling, whatever. Y'all, they talked to a realtor. They said, please take down those pictures, right? You need to remodel your home this way and put up white pictures. And they did. And it sold for twice as much. It resold, it appraised for twice as much than it did originally. So
that supports your whole
that's what I meant. But
that shit, obviously.
But unfortunately, this shit is so it's so many stipulations to get an FHA loan. It almost feels like, do you really want to fucking help me? Right? Because even in still, when it comes to having 2 occupations, just to let y'all know, if y'all have had 2 jobs, you can't get approved for a loan unless you had 2 jobs and both of them had to be lasting 2 years apiece, right? So if you were at one job for 5, that's cool. But if you had a second job in that 5-year span, it needs to also be more than 1 year for you to be approved for FHA. That is the shit that I'm talking about. You have well over what they need in your income.
Yeah.
But that little minor detail of not working this second job along with your job you work for 5 years, you can't get the loan, right? So conventional loans, you got to put down about $20,000 to $40,000. Bow right there. Give me that money. And your interest rate may or may not be where you want it to be. And if you additionally buy points, and when you buy points, you can buy down your interest rate. That's 20 stacks.
Let me to support, because I'm trying to think of back when I bought my house. So I bought my house almost 9 years ago now. Almost.
I'm throwing up.
February makes my interest rate.
Don't talk to people about that. We know.
It's low.
Just amount. It's like 3%, right?
It's 3%.
So, mind you, in 2020,
this was a long time ago. Yeah.
No, in 2020, interest rates.
Oh, they was to the floor.
Were to the fucking floor
because of the goddamn.
Who the fuck? Who the fuck was buying a house
in 2020?
That's fucked right? Up. But so many people were apparently. And because so many people were buying their houses,
they was lying and stealing.
Look, mortgage fraud was real. People was losing their jobs left and fucking right.
Yeah.
And the market was fucking crashing because nobody was fucking working. Nobody could keep the job. This corona took over the fucking world. Everybody was fucking scared. So that's probably selling houses for $2, right?
Yeah.
So if that was the time to do it before this, that was the time to fucking do it. But I just feel like with the redlining situation, I will never know. We will never know if we're being discriminated against.
I'm trying to support that.
We'll never know.
I had to get it. Well, I didn't have to get an FHA loan, but it's
the best route.
It's the better because they give you more money, right?
So for your down payment is way lower.
Yeah, I can tell you guys, or I'm comfortable telling you guys my numbers when it came to stuff like that. So I think for my FHA back then, this was almost 9 years ago, I approved for like 130,000 or something like that. My conventional loan. Bitch. And my conventional loan, I think that shit was like 100,000. Like I lost like a little bunch of whatever. And so, or no, it was lower than that. It was lower than that, Micah, because I like the conventional loan because
it's less stipulation.
Yes, there's way less stipulation. Way less stipulation.
2 years. Like you can
buy a fixer upper with a conventional loan, right? You can buy a house that's a fixer upper.
You put more down.
Right. Correct. With the FHA, okay, so I was approved for whatever that was. I think the other amount was, I think 130 was the highest, and I think the other one was I think it was 90,000 if I'm not mistaken. I think my conventional loan was 90,000. Now my house back then, my house was on sale for $104,000. Let's talk about these numbers, right? It was on sale for $104,000. My realtor said, "You're a first-time home buyer." My home was owned by HUD at the time. So HUD bought it. They bought it. I think it got foreclosure or something. Yeah. HUD bought it and said, "Okay, it's our house now." So he was like, "It's even better because it's HUD." HUD is real partial. All them government places, they're real partial to first-time home buyers, which we got to try. Fannie Mae and one of their ass. We got to try to get that.
I got the certification. It's good for a year. You got to go through the 8-hour class again, but it's good for a year.
So, and he was like, "We're going to offer 99. They took it. So I bought my house for $99,000. Maybe like 3-4 years after that, my house was, based on the appraisal that it originally had and just what it went up from now, it was appraised at 104. So I had that amount of equity in the house, but at those couple years later, the house was $270,000. So I don't know what the fuck it is now, but I know that bitch high because bitches is trying to buy this shit every day.
I saw a house in Players Place, same as yours. Mm-hmm. It was $250,000. $250, and that's near my mom's side. $259.
So
same setup.
Yeah. So, but the red line thing, sorry. For condos, FHA loans, condos don't like FHA loans. Now, they allegedly don't take FHA loans. I don't know if that's actually the case or not, but my realtor, shout out to my realtor. My realtor was,
yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Twice.
Right.
They're ridiculous. They need each other, but whatever. They haven't realized it yet. So go ahead.
Cute. But FHA loans, they don't take, condos don't take FHA loans. And to me, that's a form of quote unquote, the redlining thing to me too, because condos have a very bourgeoisie connotation to them, right? Condos seem like high rise. That's what I think when I think of a condo. Condos don't like FHA loans, and I don't know why. No one's been able to give me a good fucking explanation.
And they probably can't get more. Okay, so condos,
association,
they're more private, privately owned, if you will. I do feel like HOA is everywhere. Like you don't have to be in a condo to have HOA.
I have an HOA here.
Yeah, you can be in a single family home, standalone, and have HOA. And I've seen some fucking ridiculous prices. Honestly, $678 of HOA on a house that I saw that was $385,000, which I haven't seen. Mind you, we just started seeing homes in the 300s. The past couple of weeks, like 350, 329, whatever. Square footage is bullshit. I'm not going for it. Honestly, like Willie is a square
footage. Not the way your shit run, bitch.
Yes, Willie is a square footage person, and like my depth, me too. My depth of perception in space. I've never understood what the fuck you meant by.
You just need to match it up to your house.
But I get it because my old apartment was 823.
This is 11 something. So keep that. Yours should be bigger.
My mom's is 13.
Yeah,
right?
Because of extra room.
Right.
So do the math for that.
My mom is 13, and then the house that we were looking at, the new construction is 1555. So I'm like, okay, let's fucking go, right? But these homes that are going for $489,000, 1064 square fucking feet. What? 1,000?
That's smaller than my house.
That's a 3-2. Where the fuck did y'all put
that means them rooms little.
Where the fuck did you put the room? Where is the room at? Like, where's the bathroom? Y'all lying. Like, at this point, the fact that y'all got my hands like
tight in that shit.
$300 to $400 a square foot, like that's crazy to me.
Like that.
And you gotta see. Go on Zillow.
I ain't been on Zillow in so long.
Do you see how many? Y'all should see how many red price cuts there have been. Y'all was fucking playing earlier. Everybody selling your house. Stop fucking lying. Your house is not worth that much. And I know people are desperate. People from Cali, people from New York coming by buying this shit cash. I already fucking know. I get it. Your shit is not worth that much. It's not. When it gets appraised, it's gonna get praised less. I've been seeing 22,000 price cuts on houses on Zillow. Stop lying. Y'all wouldn't have to cut
that shit so
that,
drastically.
Right? It's 22,000 cut. From 422 to $8,000.
That shit is worth it.
I saw another cut for 15,000. I've seen another cut for 8,000. Stop it. Your shit ain't worth that much because there's not that much fucking space in that bitch. But I get it. It's Florida. It's a sought after place to live. Especially when you're not in like Miami or like in downtown Fort Lauderdale, you can actually like venture to other places. Yeah. Right. Close to the turnpike, close to the 95, you're always gonna have a better opportunity to shoot your fucking prices up. Y'all be realistic. Y'all plumbing is trash.
But you know, cut it. But here's what I'm thinking. I guess Florida is the retirement state, right? That's what it's called. So I don't know. I feel like New York's always had crazy ass real estate prices and shit. California always been crazy. Florida I've seen a few lists and we are high up there on the list. Like, and I feel like, I don't know how much, in my mind, this shit not gonna drop. Like Florida may just become one of them places where it's just really fucking expensive to buy a house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because people keep coming here. Yeah. So there's nothing stopping this from continuing.
Now, because I took economics.
Come on, bitch.
Recently.
Give it to it. All right. Give it to us.
There's only the housing market can only get so ridiculous before the government intervenes, right? And so when that happens, they're annoyed because then they have to actually start
doing shit.
Yeah, they have to start doing stuff. They have to start governing these apartments, these condos, these like Pulte mortgage. They have to start governing these people and telling them, all right, y'all get a fucking fine. Y'all keep overselling these homes. You're gonna get a fine.
One of my realtor friends jumped in. She said it's not dropping.
Yeah. So
I don't think so either.
I read an article said it was going to 12%. Right, boom. Right. I heard the rates are going to 12%. Oh. That's what I heard. That's what I wrote. That's what I read. I read that shit.
And then here's the gag. It's at 7.
But it's gonna drop so fucking hard, y'all. Like that's the point. Like it can't stay that. It's not sustainable.
So how do you? But my thing is, how do you do this? It's like fucking jumping into a goddamn. You know the rope thing?
So I read another article. It popped up the same day where we got news back from, and they didn't even deny us. They're still trying. Anyways, okay, so good. I read an article that literally said they will continue to rise before they drop, but they have to drop because it's not sustainable. The average American,
you need the average American. That's who keeps businesses going. Not yes, you need
afford a home.
Yeah,
right. We can't even afford groceries.
Bitch,
fucking low.
Don't get me started.
Eggs is very high. Have y'all seen eggs? The price of eggs like $5.
I'll be back. But I feel like it come up too much.
But listen, it has to crash, and so they said specifically to millennials and Gen Zers.
That's who Leon and me.
Yes, they said yes.
Because you're a mini millennial.
Right. So I guess the 18 to 22, whatever. So if she's 16, then I think the youngest 11. Gen Zer has to be 20 right now.
No, remember when I looked it up? Mia didn't fall in Kai and Amari's thing.
No, yeah, he's a mini millennial. I'm saying, but the oldest Gen Zer has to be 2021 right now.
Okay.
Because I think it's like 10 year, 19, whatever. Yeah. And we're 33. They're not in R. So if you 10 years by 23, so maybe 22, 21, right? Okay. If Gen Zers and millennials can knock the pressure of not getting a home right now because it doesn't make sense, and to rent or to stay with someone if they can, that is their best bet, because you're going to get into this home that has an outrageous interest rate,
that mortgage,
and then they're gonna fucking drop eventually, and then you're just gonna refinance. So if you're okay with refinancing within the next 6 months to a year, then fucking do it. But I heard some other myths about refinancing. So at this point, they're too high to buy right now. So if you were to close on a house right now, unless it was $200,000, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but if you want a house that bad, that's what they said. Don't feel pressured. Don't feel desperate. You don't want to buy in desperation.
Yeah, because then you Jamaicans have a saying where they pick shit, right?
Yeah,
I want that, and then you pick some fuckery.
And it's like we weren't banking on it going down.
Okay, my realtor friend says, okay, Darnisha said the government is behind this mess.
Yeah.
We do not know what the rates are going to be. It's not going to be a significant crash. She don't believe that. That's upside down smile. Bring me on here, please. I'm going to get you at one point, Darnisha. This is what we weren't supposed to get on this, but I'm happy that you gave us some gems.
But listen, but that's the thing. It's such an unpredictable market. Even the people who think they know don't know. Even if people who know don't fucking know. You don't fucking know what's gonna happen.
Like that's what I'm saying. My stance on Florida is, if New York always been insane with their shit, Cali always been insane with their shit. Florida, if we're there, it's the retirement state. We could really, because here's the thing too. Florida take care of the old bitches, right? 55 and up. They keep that shit at her.
They have low. Fucking
all their shit be nice. So Florida is doing their thing. They're keeping the retirement state retirement friendly. It seems, right? I ain't hear no old people complaining.
55 plus.
55 and up.
I be trying to live.
My mama trying to get my mama there. My mama just turned 55 this year. It's in there.
She need to get that fucking house.
That's what she's trying to get. She's trying to get her 55 and up. Easy. Trying to get her 55 and up. And something else I want to throw in before we get off this topic, right? When it comes to the housing thing, I saw this. Some housing guru told me this like a while ago, but they were like, they don't recommend home ownership isn't necessarily for everybody, right? Like it seems like it's everybody wants to do it because it's what you're supposed to do, right? But for one example, if you don't plan on living, I think their stance was if you don't plan on living in a house
6 years.
I thought 7, but fine, 6 or 7, then don't buy the house because and that makes sense. If you don't plan on living there for that long, then they're saying just rent. You can keep getting something new, stay, whatever, right? So it's just little things like that where if you really don't plan on doing that, then it's up to you.
Look, let me tell you what this fucking, and maybe it could be his job, but y'all, for African American people, for Black people, real estate is the fucking way to go. Real estate makes the fucking bucks, hence why she's in fucking real estate.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if I own a property, I have
Remember the
equity.
Indian man I met at the
yeah, I do.
He told me to get my real estate license.
I was literally talking to the guy who's trying to get us this trying to get us this home, right? He was like, we were explaining to him what's going on, just had the second baby, blah blah blah. He was like, yeah, when you get this house, you'll be in the game. That's what the fuck he said. You will be in the game the moment you get this house. We are not fucking in the game right now.
I want my bitch in the game.
Because guess what?
I want my bitch in the game.
Because real estate is prime and it's always going to be prime. It's not going
I mean, people always need somewhere to live.
They
so
do.
It's never going to change.
So at the end of the day, if I don't have a piece of that pie, it's really like fuck everybody who don't want me to have a house. Now, financially, if you cannot afford a home, it comes with more than just rent. It is insurance. It's property taxes. So yes, that is true.
So that's I get it. Why.
So I get it. So why that's they say why. That. But I don't think discouraging people from buying a home is the best way to go because they're not going to be able to get it. Let them aspire. Let them aspire to have that home, right?
So to be fair, when I heard this was definitely 2020. I remember that specifically because that's when I got a lot more friendly with live and shit like that because we
yeah.
So at that time, houses was cheap. And interest rates was low. And so it was a different situation then. Whereas now you're right. Now the changes might be different, but that was where they were going with homeownership aid for everybody. Because again, I'm a single woman, mom with a home, and my house it was 30 years old when I bought it. So it was like right under certain stipulations. I was okay. Thank God my roof and everything is fine. But bitch, it's hella problems here. I had 3 different pipes.
Yeah.
Burst in this bitch. Flooded out my neighbor's house 6 weeks after I moved in here. Flooded out my neighbor's house. We got a very rude introduction. That's my bitch now, but it was rough in the beginning because we fucked up a whole wall. It was just a lot of drama. Another pipe burst in the bathroom, flooded my neighbor behind me. It's just so there's a lot of little some
and
shit break.
A townhome thing. That's fucked up.
That's fucked up, right? And
it connected like a motherfucker.
But honestly, I can talk about my boss for example. She has a house over in a plantation. The horse place where them big ass
Southwest Ranches
over there. That's where her house is. And
huge. I know it.
Got a big ass house. And but that's also the other problem. She got a big ass house. She had to do her driveway. If a pipe burst, they gotta fucking knock out concrete, bitch, and go up under her fucking house. You know how much fucking money that is?
Yeah.
You know how much money that is to do that? And don't get me started on insurance because it's trying to find your motherfucking insurance is like trying to find a nigga who owe you money.
But you know what I would say, like I said, the discouraging thing behind owning something, anything worth owning is worth the fucking headache because it's yours. Right?
And to be fair, I'm paying this. So I choose.
So it's like telling me the truth about what home ownership is.
It's just telling you to be prepared.
Thank you. Right? Just like I would appreciate someone to set it up for me in a way where it's like, remember, it's not just your mortgage. Yes, it's not a rent. Yes, you're gonna gain equity eventually. You don't automatically get equity depending on what kind of situation you're in.
Unless you're appraised and got it.
So at some point, it has to be like, okay, the longevity of this home will be for X, Y, and Z. Why do I want this home? Just to say I'm the first in my house, in my family to have a home.
I think that's. Think about what you're.
You know what I mean? Like,
what is your motivation
to be like the staple for my home because no one has it, right? So like, it is worth it when you can afford it, right? Obviously, the prices are crazy for everybody, so affordability is not. It's not really crossing people's minds. I just want the fucking house, right? And that's where it is.
And for me, I guess if my encouragement behind it is, to me, it makes more sense to be paying on something that your intention is to pay down and eventually own. And honestly, my mortgage is cheaper than a lot of people's rent. So that's motivation enough to buy some shit. Honestly, well, maybe not right now. Right now, maybe not.
Or your mortgage is the same as someone's rent.
But at least it's
there's equity in what I'm paying for. So don't tell me to live a lifestyle of renting because it's easier. Yeah. No, I want to buy the fuck in this shit so I have equity. Eventually, it'll fucking work out for me. Yeah. It may be hard, right? I may have to bust my ass a little bit more. I may have to get 2 fucking jobs to support whatever. But y'all, real estate is a fucking game. If it's not gonna be your house, buy a house some fucking where else. That's cheap as fuck. Rent that shit out. Like, get a fucking duplex. Like, I think real estate is the fucking bruh. I think I think the best thing you can take out of this is you need to really think about your reasoning for wanting a home. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because I like what I read or whatever, because what it was it was on some don't feel bad and don't feel pressured into buying a house, because that's just what you're supposed to do as a 30-year-old, because you may not be ready for it. Like, it's not a walk. Now, I'm gonna say this: if you can fuck around and get a new construction, then bitch, I'm all that, because you won't have the bullshit I'm dealing with an older home. Listen, y'all, and get you some new shit, because ain't nothing broke with it. Some people don't even know how new construction works, bro. This shit is a fucking dream. We gotta get Darnisha on here. Hold on. Folks can't even take care of the house. It's the quickest way to build wealth, okay? Yeah. And Black people need to buy to close to this wealth gap. If you got the money, get in the game, just like your car. Home ownership at any age is great. And this is from a realtor. This is from a licensed realtor telling you. You know why she got into that shit? Because it makes sense. She knows what she's talking about. So at the end of the fucking day, think of your end of the day. Goddamn. This is about being a part of the game. This is what this man said to us. You get this home, now you'll be a part of the game. That's what he said. It's a fucking game. What do you have to your name? What is worth it? Yes, you may have a car. That's what's up. You may own the car after paying the notes. That's fucking what's up. It's fucking yours. Okay? Sure. It is yours. It don't hit like the house though. No, and it don't hit like the house. At some point, equity I honestly do believe, like, it's this financial guru on Netflix. I was watching him. He was helping people budget for home ownership of what they thought they wanted, right? They're saving trash, right? They're budgeting trash, because people don't know how to say no to themselves for the things that they want. Treat yourself. And it doesn't even about like shopping at Louis Vuitton or whatever the fuck. Like, this lady, she was a carpenter and her husband was something else, but they were basically trying to save for a home. So because her carpenting business was doing really well, she made $8,000 like in like a week, just from carpeting, like good making job, people. You know what she bought? A purse. A fucking purse. And do you know what? And do you know what he said? How the fuck did she do that? He was like, so, oh my God, $8,000 is such a great week for you. So, what did you do with your money? She picked up the purse and said, I bought this, and was smiling. He said, what does it do? And she said, it's pretty and it holds things. And he said, we got work to do. Guys, and his point was, you don't have to rob yourself of the things that you want. You need to prioritize the things that make sense in the area that you're in. He said, y'all are in debt and you bought a fucking $4,000 purse. New bag. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I agree, because if I fucked around and came up some cash like that, that's not what I would do with it. No, not if you have a goal. Not if you have a fucking goal. If you're aimlessly living to just rent, then do your fucking thing. I'm gonna part 2 this, so we can keep doing. We can keep going, because you know why? For example, Miami Carnival was this past weekend. I was tired. Well, baby, I'm scratching her back like this. I was hurt, but it was like, bitch, you can't go. And I had to make that decision about 4 months ago. And it was like, I would have found the money some way, somehow, but that's the problem.
That's the problem.
You know what?
You gonna find the money, bitch. I find it, but that's the problem. Bitch, find it to do what the fuck you need to do. So I didn't do it. But
listen, just do what the fuck you gotta do. Okay. Because guys, at the end of the day, these things are gonna be here. Louis Vuitton is not gonna crash. Maybe Louis Vuitton will crash. Your shit will be $2. I
hope so, because I still want.
But at the end of the day, y'all really need it's discipline. And I'm speaking from somebody who has help. So I don't want to come off like, oh, she got fucking help, blah, blah, blah. No, bitch.
I like that. Was sweet. Because I like that. See,
at the end of the day, it's still my money that I'm saving. I can say you save all your shit and then I can spend my shit however the fuck I want to.
Because I'm the wife.
No, but guess what? I want to get there faster, bro.
So let's do it, babe.
So we have to do it together. You know what I mean? And my two other friends that are trying to get homes right now, Eric and Paige, they were going to get a house together until they got niggas and was like, okay, let's do it with them, right?
Right.
So
they would work so well together.
They were going to do that together and not live in the house, just get the house together, right?
Smart, yeah.
So
we talked about that.
And we may talk about that.
No, we're going to do it. I think we should
right.
do it.
And so
just when we get our lives together.
All it takes after this year, bitch, we can.
Don't worry about it. You'll hear about it. You'll hear about it. Homie.
Right. No, seriously, like,
yeah.
This is what the Chinese people do. This is how they come over here and build their businesses.
They in Jamaica and then took over my whole.
Listen, y'all.
Listen.
They have
snatched up.
They have 10 family members that donate $1,000 to $10,000 a piece. Come over here, build a fucking factory, and that shit is history. They pay the families back when the revenue comes in. Bruh, this is it's crowdfunding. Crowdfunding. Bro, literally 5 people collect a certain amount of money for a down payment. We can own some shit together. It's not about splitting the fucking cost, it's about having the property. Right.
That's what the people we know did with the club. It's like 5 of them that own that.
Yeah.
But they do make good money like on their own, but it's okay. We all put together whatever, and get it. And now they doing well.
It's not about
doing very well.
It's not about doing it alone. If you can partner with somebody, your mama, shit.
But I feel like even if because I'm not a partnership type of bitch unless like it makes sense, right? Like you want to be in situations with people where there's a clear understanding of what we're doing. Yeah. If I do something and it's my thing, I'm like, Micah, come on, what you doing to me? Micah comes in, Micah does what the fuck she does and goes fuck her. Like it's like, and same, Leon, what you doing to me? Okay, what you want me to do?
Yeah,
I need to do this. Okay, fine. I do it and I go. So I think you even if you do want to do that, doing a partnership with a certain amount of people still sets you up to make a good amount of money to then do something on your own if that's what you want to do. But do it. Like to me, that's a deal breaker. It's a no-brainer. I'm sorry, it's a no-brainer.
Every Caribbean person.
Don't get them Haitians or Jamaicans started. Bitch.
Haitian, Jamaican,
Jamaicans,
every Latin group of people. The thing that they have that African Americans have lost throughout the years, and I think because of fear and because of being constantly torn the fuck down, we have lost our sense of community. We have lost our sense of trust in each other. And we talk about it all the time. Black-owned businesses have to do better when it comes to integrity. We do hold them to a higher standard because the service be trash sometimes. Food be good, but your service is fucking trash. So a business that lasts is good on every fucking level.
Every front.
So at some point, we have to learn how to regain that trust back with each other so that we'll spend the dollars with each other and we'll be more comfortable to do business with each other. So at some point, we have to learn how to just let go. And if we get burned, we get fucking burned. But it just depends. Like you said, if the partnership makes sense, y'all can go to business counseling. Like it's a thing, right? You can go to financial literacy workshops to figure out how the money's going to be divvied up if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't try to do it by yourself. Like literally pay someone to tell you how to do it. We need to invest in our futures. And that possibly means paying for a fucking $500 workshop. Maybe that means going to Nashville and going to the e-commerce goddamn networking convention for 1,000 bands. 1,000 bands. A band. $1,000.
A thousand bands is 100,000, right?
1,000, right? 1,000 bands, 100 bands. I'm tripping. 1,000 fucking whatever.
You know what the fuck you're trying to say.
In your future. That's all I'm saying. And if you have someone that is willing to go into business with you, y'all can get a duplex.
Come on. And I think the goal is for us to do this, right? Like, it doesn't have to just be me and Micah. We have quite a few other friends that people that we just been around for a long time. And honestly, we done been through thick and thin, ups and downs, bad or right. Like, you know, the worst about this bitch, you know the best. Yeah. So, and then honestly, I guess maybe that does make it a little easier because, like, I know this bitch ain't finna chime me on da-da-da. I know this bitch finna chime me da-da-da. I know, whatever. But I guess to support all the little reels and shit I be putting on Instagram, it's like, if you want better than what was provided for you, a change has to come from somewhere. So you got to be the change you want to see, babe. Right? So it's like, fine. It's like, it would have been great if her mom and dad could have gave her $10,000 for this house, right? I got a home girl whose grandparents gave her $10,000 when she graduated with her master's degree. I was like, fuck.
And let me tell you, bitch, Willie trains a couple right now. Their son saved $30,000. The day he was closing, his parents matched it. We don't have people in our family that can do that. I'm just gonna lay it out right here.
I don't either.
Nobody in my family can drop $30,000. Damn. Just because
you did it.
You know what I mean? They're not wiring that to me.
Fuck my.
There's no wiring.
Bitch, I'm not getting fired.
I have to get too. Cause bitch cut me off $500. I got a man. That's all I got. That's where I'm at, bitch. I ain't even worth the 15. Shit.
That got that bitch coming.
Cut me off right now. That is what generational wealth looks like.
Fucking generational wealth.
If you know
that's what it looks like.
Your children are saving for home, your ass need to start saving too. If your children are saving for a wedding, your ass need to save too. Like, meet them where they're fucking at. We have them. Shit. The least we can do is help them.
Okay, let me give you something. The least we could do. Janisha was like, they did it in St. Thomas, all the colonizers. So that's what we're saying with that. Honestly, the age, and I don't know if it's just China, so I don't want to just say it.
China said they going in. That's what I heard. Jamaica was telling me that.
Jamaica snatched up so fucking crazy, and then
they're trying to do.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But China owns, and I don't know if it's China, but Asian people own so much shit in Jamaica. Them hotels. Them fucking shops, land, just crazy shit.
But they have the Jamaicans working.
Yes, because there's fucking corrupt Jamaicans. So the fucking leaders and governments, it's like, okay, look, I'm gonna give you this amount of money and this portion of this, as long as you give me this. And that's it. Money talks. If niggas thinking about when I'm no longer in power, what is my family gonna do? So you got a whole bunch of people that think about themselves, which goes into what I'm gonna try to stick to your name. Okay, so Story, you know what it is, right? Mm-hmm. Because of being fucked up. He said, bad mind is why Yanks can't work together. And this is coming from someone who has worked with all cultures. So he is Jamaican. Story Entertainment, that's one of our homeboys. Mm-hmm. He is Jamaican, but he has worked with everybody. So he's basically saying just the crabs in a barrel. Jamaican version of that is bad mind. That's what Jamaicans will call it. But that type of mentality is what's stopping. And I agree. Because in Jamaica, it's that the Jamaicans that are in power aren't thinking of their fellow fucking Jamaicans, their countrymen. They're thinking of themselves and their bloodline and what they can do for that. And that's really the fucking problem. So it's not selling your soul, but bitches, essentially, you're just selling shit off to do that. My dad gave me $50,000 and my she said my dad gave me $50,000 and my brother $40,000. Real talk as a down payment. Fuck. And my mortgage at even 7. What? What state you in? She's not in Florida.
It's fucked up.
What state you in? First of all, shout out to your fucking daddy and shout out to, and for doing that for your for you and your brother children. For his fucking kids. So okay, I'm gonna 2-part this episode. So I'm gonna end this with, that's why I'm letting this one ride, because I'm gonna do a part 2 for these topics. But to go back on that, I mean, me and Micah acknowledge that, right? We're moms now. And we acknowledge that, bro, we want to do something for our kids, right? Like I want to be able to give my kids something. My car, bought it, paid off. That's going to be Mia's first car. Mia's going to have a Mini Cooper. That's her first car. This house, I bought this. I just told you I bought this house for $5 compared to what the fuck they trying to knock bitches over the head with now. I owe under $100,000 for this house. So the goal is to keep it. Why the fuck not, right? Or I don't know. Maybe my mind will change because the equity in this bitch is crazy too. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But the point is, the goal is to give our kids something, and I think that's what I want our generation, I guess, to take out of this the most, right? Everything ain't for everybody. We agree, but we got Micah saying it, and we got an actual fucking realtor telling you that's the move. That's the move. I literally, I went to Chili's one night. This was like a couple months ago, like 3-4 months ago. Went to Chili's one night by myself, and I said, I just came to eat. So I sat at the bar. This older Indian man, he was like straight from India type Indian man, came and sat like a chair over for me at the bar too. So after a while, he started talking to me, and he's in real estate. And the whole conversation was him convincing me to get into real estate. He was like, when did you buy your house? I said, I bought it at 25. He was telling me, okay, so you could do this, you could do this, you should do this. He was telling me what to do with my real estate license. He was telling me like simple ways to make money without even having to sell a house. If you do this 5 times a year, that's $10,000 you're automatically making just for nothing. I was like, damn, bitch, actually it was more than that. And I can tell you what the fuck you told me when we get off here, but it was just, apparently real estate really is.
That's where it's at. The land. Fuck.
That's really where it's at.
What have we been, what has America, what has Indians, what has Asians, what has fucking Italians, Spaniards, what have we been fighting for this whole fucking time? Land. What the fuck? It's land. It's always been land, and it always will be land.
Yeah, and I mean, we've always known that, and I guess you know what I feel like. Hearing you say this, that sounds like what I felt like I grew up hearing, and I don't know. Maybe there's I can see where you're feeling like we're being deterred away from owning that. Yep. I see it, bitch.
And it's hard not to always go there, bro.
Right. But you gotta.
This is where we live. This is the country we were bred in. Like this is the reality. So why wouldn't I think like that?
Why wouldn't we think like that?
This is what they're trying to fucking do.
Okay.
So yeah, keep convincing me to fucking rent. And not
right, because I mean, right. And again, but I do want you to stick to what we're saying, right? It's like Micah is choosing not to sign up for fuckery, right? Because the bitch, you can pay. Micah can have a $5,000 a month mortgage. You want to do that? That don't sound smart. I don't think that's a good move.
Like I'm saying, even if you can afford it.
Well, I mean, if you can afford it, maybe I don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying. But
how comfortably can you afford it? That's what I think.
Even if you can afford it, because I can still afford a 7.8% interest rate at home right now. Do I want to fucking do that? And do we want to do that?
And in Micah's situation too, Micah isn't her current living situations aren't ideal.
Yeah.
In the least bit, bitch, but she's humbling herself. Yeah. And she's definitely just biting the bullet and doing what the fuck you got to do. And
that's I stay with my mom. She's not there though.
Yeah, she had to move back in because she had her own place. Her and her man had an apartment, but they moved back in because you just got to do what you got to do sometimes. So that's also another part of kind of what Michael was saying earlier, where people don't want to like, was it deprive themselves or whatever you were saying? People don't know. It's the treat yourself mentality. Bitch, sometimes we ain't on that. Yeah. Right now we in save mode. So humble yourself all the fuck way down. Go back, do what you can do.
And if you have someone who is willing to support you in that way, let them. I moved my man and my now.
Don't be kids. House poor.
Yeah. Damn, I moved my man and my 2 children.
2 children.
In with my mama. At the time it was just me and Mari and Willie. Staying in my room. I used to live in when I was a child.
So did you get pregnant in there?
I got pregnant with Kai and him.
Ma, you know, so she technically did get pregnant in your house.
I did.
She did.
Knocked the fuck up in her home. So yeah, and that was the goal. And she knew I was trying to have a baby, and she was like, okay. So honestly,
I love that,
guys.
Right, we're gonna sum this one up. So go ahead. But I would like you to you see how the housing market took my bitch there, and we've been doing it. We were talking about this shit for like 40 minutes. It really trailed off, but I like that. It's fine. It's fine. I like that this conversation happened because I know so many of our peers at this point. Shout out to Mo. Mo's a realtor. If anybody needs a realtor in Fort Lauderdale, we have a personal realtor. She fine too. just in case. So we can do that, but I there's so many people our age looking for homes right now, and people be coming to me asking me for advice. I be like, you know what? I feel like I'm not even a part of this game no more, because when they be telling me these prices, I be like, what? But I bought my house when shit was a lot different. So I respect where it is now. I feel bad for where it is now, but I love people being realistic with themselves. Like I said, she can definitely do it, and her really just gonna have to figure it the fuck out. But if you can, I'm very team stay at your mama house as long as you can, right? Let's wait this shit out. And honestly, even if it gets dire and you want to go, the longer you stay at your mama house, the more money you save. Because if we moving you into a fucking $5,000 mortgage ass house, bitch, you can't do shit. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere to eat. We ain't going on no trip.
So yeah, I mean,
no trip.
Y'all gotta do what makes sense. And as bad as we want this, we've been wanting this since last year, July. As bad as we want this, economy is saying you need to wait. So,
and I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. And just think about what people tend to do. I feel like people do this with cars a lot too. They fuck around, want this. What cars next like?
Tesla.
Want a Tesla so bad. Fucking car payments be $800.
Who?
So I know from what I heard, them Teslas be up there like a stack.
Depending on what series you get.
So you get the best series. $10,000. I'm sorry, $1,000 a month on a car note. If you can afford it and you're comfortable, it doesn't matter what it is. Just think about, can I sustain this? Can I sustain this payment?
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I lose my job.
You can't.
Are you gonna have $3,000 stored up just for your fucking car? Fuck your house. Because where you live or rent, you got to pay for that too. So anyway, I'm just saying,
you're done.
Live within your means, you guys. And apparently home ownership, we still own it, right? So home ownership is still the vibe. We got people telling you to do it, but just be realistic with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to be as smooth as you think it is.
And you're not like,
a lot of bumps. I don't think people talk. I think we just keep seeing people. Oh my God, the fucking keys to the house. We're in there. Y'all keep seeing that last part of it. I can't wait to share the ins and outs of this shit.
Stay down until it's up. Darnish, a question for you. In Virginia, what reputation does Virginia have? Like, from what we understand,
are you in West Virginia or Richmond, Virginia?
Which Virginia are you in? And is your area like New York, California, Florida, or is it like Georgia, Texas? Like Georgia, Texas, allegedly you get more bang for your buck. That's why everybody moved there. But Florida is becoming some bullshit. And we know New York, but apparently not everywhere in New York. It's like, is it everywhere in New York? Maybe.
New York is yeah.
So everywhere in New York and California, I know that's California's like the worst.
Like Jersey. You live on the outside.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe if you're in Jersey or Connecticut, like maybe if you're out on the outside. But what's up? I'm in Virginia Beach. No. It's not more bang for. I mean, Virginia Beach sounds like it's a popular place, right? Like Miami Beach, is it? Maybe not as popular, but it's probably. I can see that being high. No, it's not more bang for your buck. It's high as fuck here.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. Damn. That's what I'm saying. And she's not in West Virginia. West Virginia is the black. They separated.
What you feel like that price?
They separated for the
West Virginia. State. That's higher or lower? What is it cheaper because it's black?
They separated from the states, bitch. They didn't want no part of slavery. So they became their own state.
There's no outskirts. Yeah, that makes sense because it's just a beach. West Virginia Beach. So you just gotta. All right. Okay. I'm gonna pause. We actually had a lot of other topics to talk about, but this kind of trailed off. So I'm gonna part 2 this bitch because we just have to. No big goodbye because it's not goodbye. It's see you later in like 5 seconds when I pause this. I'll learn your girl. Okay.